Time for a look at what's been grabbing the international headlines now with Catherine Viet. Hello again, Catherine. And Brazilian President Dilma Rousseff is dominating all the headlines.
Right. Big story, as you can imagine. And of course, front page news in all the Brazilian newspapers. We'll start with O Globo. And I just want to remind viewers here that this paper is part of the Globo media empire. And it has a history of supporting conservative candidates. And Rousseff's supporters have accused Globo of sort of being unfair in their coverage of the president and the ongoing impeachment. Their front page banner headline: Dilma loses the battle of impeachment in the chamber, and the process goes to the Senate. And then if we look inside the paper, their coverage continues. It says the chamber approves Dilma's impeachment, and again, now it will be up to the Senate. The article is sort of just giving a recap of the vote in the day. You can see there, that's a picture inside the chamber where the vote took place. The deputies had an opportunity to make some impassioned statements before the voting kicked off. Article also reports that the decisive 242nd vote was cast at 23:10 local time. That's when they knew that Dilma was going to be impeached. And as I said, now it goes to the Senate. Moving on, and we have Folha de Sao Paulo's paper, and their banner headline is another sort of similar: deputies authorize impeachment of Dilma.
And the paper's editorial page is also weighing in on this crisis.
Now, this is a paper that's considered to be friendly to the president, sort of been giving the president sort of favorable coverage. But the editorial here is not too supportive of the president. It says that while this is not the worst crisis the country has ever faced, Brazilians are indeed exhausted by all the political incompetence, the unparalleled economic disaster that's been caused by uncovering this deep-rooted corruption, and that the ruling party's been caught up in this. That's the Workers' Party, Dilma's party, and that the country languishes and the president and her party are responsible for it. So says that, none of these challenges are going to be overcome in the short term. It's been deeply polarizing to the country, but this crisis must be faced with balance.
And the paper's also showcasing its photojournalism, is that right?
That's right. It's been a really rather visual story here. There's been lots of fantastic demonstrations, supporters of the president, those who want to see her go. They've been out in the streets, banging pots and pans, banners, all of this. And Estida, the paper Estida, has several lovely photo essays. And right here, I asked for two images to be shown. So the one is, this is right when the vote was, when they found out what had happened and the vote was for impeachment. So you can see the ones who want to see her go. They're all cheering, waving flags, happy. And the members of her Workers' Party in tears at this point as the impeachment process continues.
And the Wall Street Journal points out that President Rousseff isn't the only politician there that's under investigation.
Yes, I mean, they took a look at this, and she's not the only one who sort of has some black marks against her. The name of the article, title of the article here is Two Tainted Leaders Face Off. And this actually is taking a closer look at Eduardo Cunha. He's the leader of the lower house of Congress. Those are the ones that just voted to impeach, and he would be third in line to the presidency. However, he's being investigated for corruption and money laundering. Again, this is all part of this sweeping scandal that sort of surrounds the state oil giant there, in which businessmen, politicians, they all stand accused of diverting some of that oil company money to themselves and to the political parties. Now, he, of course, denying these allegations, says he has nothing to hide as the investigation continues. Paper also reports that a poll this month showed that 61% of Brazilians think Rousseff should be removed from office, but 77% think that Cunha should be. And according to a nonprofit, Transparencia Brazil, 60% of Brazil's federal legislators have been convicted or are under investigation for crimes ranging from corruption to electoral fraud to assault.
It's clearly a story worth following there, Catherine. Let's move on now to the Pope, who's also making headlines.
Yes, so I'm just going to jump ahead to the Italian press on this. We have the Libero paper, which is sort of interesting. Now, the Pope, he came back over the weekend after a visit to the Greek island of Lesbos with 12 Syrian refugees, so 3 families, 6 kids. And the Italian paper Libero's headline is slightly critical. It says, well, great, the Pope takes 12 refugees, leaves 3,988 others on Lesbos. Now, the paper sort of modifies that tone a bit, going on to say that they know the Pope can't take everyone back with him. And it's this symbolic gesture kind of shining a light on this problem here, a problem that at the moment appears not to have any solution. And then if we move on to Il Messaggero, that paper is reporting on how the Pope got the idea. He says it came from a colleague ahead of this visit. It's supposed to be purely humanitarian, not political. It was arranged with the governments of Italy, Greece, and the Vatican. The Vatican has been critical of Turkey, the EU deal with Turkey about sending migrants back. But on this, at least, the Pope was trying to underscore that he wasn't making a statement when he was bringing these 12 refugees back with him.
Okay, Catherine Viette, thank you very much for that spin through the international press this morning. We're going to take a very short break now, but I'm back with more news and headlines in just a few moments' time. Do stay with us if you can.